things are made from one, and in the end, all things return to one.
In other words, one is all.
Indeed, and all is one as well.
All is ultimately of the one. So if all is not included in the one, then all is nothing.
You have passed.
When dealing with your emotions, pay attention to the effectiveness. Or should I say, try different practices and pay attention to the results, you know what I'm saying? Like, I done played all positions when it comes to dealing with my emotions, you know what I'm saying? I done sat under trees and not did nothing just to sit with the energy, you know what I'm saying? I done sat and journaled about it. I done, made sure I speak to the emotion and be like, hey, you're free to come up, you know what I'm saying? You're valid, you know what I'm saying? And I done played the position of like, all right, they may also, you know what I'm saying, sometimes work through these energies, AKA like, all right, let me go work out. Let me go do something I love, you know what I'm saying? Let me, sometimes, again, like emotional eating sometimes, acknowledging that's what it is, or in connection with emotions in the inner child, like watching some type of nostalgic show, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like different things are best for different moments, you know what I'm saying? Because I done felt, again, like relief from each one of them, but I feel like, again, it's knowing when to implement certain, practices. Because for somebody who could say, for instance, when I'm in that mode where I done sat around a bunch of times of like, hey, let me just sit with the emotion and do nothing, you know what I'm saying? That only works for a certain amount of time for me, because it gets to a point where, I see a certain result of it kind of, getting a little better, so to speak. But then it may be the energy of feeling a little depressed and down because I'm not doing shit. You know what I'm saying? Again, that has a lot to do with the archetype, say archetype, not even gonna make it like I'm just my sun sign, but that has a lot to do with the archetype of the Capricorn or Earth sign in general, Earth energy of like, being active, like making something happen physically, you know what I'm saying? And and again, so even though I'm working on my emotions by sitting around, I could also, if I do that too much, I could also create harm by, not being active, and then on the flip side, you could be trying to be active all the time, but then it gets to a point where you're almost like fighting or trying to cover up what you're feeling, like you're trying to ignore it with activity. And that could also be harmful. So again, it's finding a balance. I feel like with a lot of things, with spiritual growth, spiritual practices, is being in this realm is a lot of subconscious programming of like trying to find that one absolute answer of like, this is the only way. And I feel like, it's multiple different practices that could be implemented, but it's, in moderation, like how you do it and when you do it, you know what I'm saying? Like, like in moderation and in the right moment for doing it, you know what I'm saying? And hence why, again, like the best spiritual protection, the best protection you could have for yourself is knowing yourself to the fullest. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you gotta understand yourself and what works best for you as a being, you know what I'm saying? But just definitely want to share that, you know what I'm saying? Because again, like I think about like, when I go to the gym, a lot of times that's great for, for one, I have to acknowledge like, all right, a part of this is releasing anger, you know what I'm saying? And at the same time, like if I'm constantly doing it without sitting down and journaling or doing like emotional freedom tapping, like if I just keep trying to, work on doing videos or jewelry without taking that moment to stop, then it could become something harmful. But then in certain moments, it's best for me to, work through my jewelry or to make videos, to do something that I love, But again, sometimes doing certain activities could be, a form of like trying to, cover it up, in essence. So it's just having that, that full spectrum awareness, you know what I'm saying? Peace.